Hi everyone, it's Kino here. Welcome to the Ashtanga Tune-Up series, where you can give your Ashtanga yoga practice a little tune-up just to make it function just a little bit better, like the 10,000-mile tune-up on your car when you bring it in, then it's happy after. So hopefully your Ashtanga practice will be happy, even happier after this series. So today in this class, we're going to take a look at half lotus position. And so this is Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana, just a half lotus position. A really good half lotus position is very important for your Ashtanga practice, and understanding how to get into the asana safely and effectively without damaging the body, while at the same time stretching the appropriate places to stretch, and at the same time having a keen awareness on the inner state of yoga is really what we're after in the Ashtanga method. So remember, it's practice, not perfection. There's no kind of, there's no trophy when you get a good half lotus position. It does make some asanas more effective, but we can always adapt the asanas to whatever's appropriate for our body. And it may change day by day, so don't get attached to any one different version of the asana. All right, let's start off in Dandasana position, and then we will work this step by step. So first stage, and we're going to do both sides, but we'll start off with the right side. The first idea is we're going to close the knee joint. So closing the knee joint is the beginning of your half lotus position. If you cannot close your knee joint, you could take an object probably smaller than this and place it behind your knee. And a lot of people find that that actually gives them a little bit of support for the ACL to be able to close the knee joint a little bit more safely, so you could try that. Like a little small towel is also really good just behind the knee if you can feel that. So we can stay for a few moments there, and then the next thing we're working at is external rotation. So we want to externally rotate the hip joint and feel that the femur or the thigh bone rotates back and down. So you'll notice that this is also quite similar to a different asana of Janushirasana A position. So we're thinking about that, but we want to change the position of the knee as we get ourselves into lotus position. So now it's important to keep the foot and the knee at the same height and try to keep the shin bone close to the thigh, and then I turn the knee forward. All right, so let's just do that a couple times. The knee is out to the side. We're going to feel that they lift the foot up into the belly and turn the knee forward. So we're trying to get a sliding, gliding action in the ball and socket of the hip joint, very much like a joystick. The extended leg is going to remain activated. And even here, despite that work, I'm still not fully articulated in lotus position. There's a little bit of space between the calf and the thigh, and the ankle and the thigh, and I'd like to close that gap. Additionally, the instep of the foot is not exactly at the hip crease, and I would really like the instep of the foot to be closer to the hip.